Next, we're going to add some bullets on this text down here a slightly different way. First thing we're going to do is we're going to define a new bullet. You do this by choosing the text you want to bullet, clicking the little down arrow near the bullets, and you go to define new bullet. You can choose a symbol, you can change the font, you can choose a picture. First thing we're going to do is choose a symbol. If you notice, you have a choice of all kinds of fonts in here, and I'm going to choose Wingdings because Wingdings is a font that basically gives you characters. So we go down to Wingdings, and there's a few. We're going to choose the little star and a circle. We can click that, any one we want. We click OK, and now that's what our bullet looks like. If we want to adjust our bullet size, let's say we wanted to make our bullet bigger. We click on the bullets, notice how the bullets are highlighted, and we can actually make them bigger, or we could make them smaller. Okay, let's say we don't like that particular bullet. We can go back in, highlight the text, go to define new bullet. We can choose one of the bullets they already have there, but let's add a picture. And because we're talking about money, we're going to do a little search for money, and we can choose a picture from here. Click on it, insert it, and now that's a little small. Let's make the bullets a little bigger. Click on the bullets, and we can go in and make them big enough so they can be seen now. So now our bullets are little money bags. So you can change your bullets that way. So we've gone over bullets and how to make a new bullet and how to create one from a picture, how to create one from a symbol. The next thing I want you to look at is how to create bullets on a level. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our bullet. It's just basic bullets, it moves it in. Now, if you notice, sometimes when you're doing an outline you have to do several levels on the bulleted list. There are a couple of ways to do the levels. You can do a tab. When you tab, and just simply tab it over. However, you may also click in that bullet in the paragraph group. There is a decrease indent and an increased indent. Clicking these will also create the levels. Now we have a nice leveled list. If you want to move something back a level, you would decrease the indent. If you go over here, some bulleted lists that are leveled. They work the same way. You put in your levels, you tab or you increase or decrease to get them leveled. You could define a bullet on each level if you wanted. Not going to do that, would take too much time. Numbering works the same way. If you are numbering, you can increase or decrease levels and put them all on a list. If you click in here and go change level list, it will put it on the level you want it to be on. We're going to put it all back to the first level. You can define a new number format. This is important if you want to change the number style. Mainly you're going to change the font or how it looks. You can go to ABC, but you can also go in there. You can go here, or you can change level list, or you can define a new number. Okay, looking at this, I have a level list, 3 levels. If you notice the first level is all numbered, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the others go along. Now let's say for some reason I didn't want this one right here to be numbered 3. I wanted to start the level over again. Tell it whatever number you want it to start with. So notice how I changed that to 1. It changed the one below it to 2. It's located on the home tab in the paragraph. I can set it to whatever number I want. It'll do whatever list I want. So that comes in helpful when you're trying to make some ordered lists. One page. If we view this one page, it doesn't really take up the whole page. There is another way to align this. You can go into vertical alignment. To do this, you would go into, from the home, you'd go to page layout, go to page setup, fall to your margin, you click layout, and if you notice on the page they have a vertical alignment. You have the same choices, like you can align your text to go centered, justified, left or right. You can do top, bottom, centered, or justified. Top is the default. Centered means it will center it on the page. You can do bottom, which means it will line it up to the bottom of the page, or you can do justified, which means it'll make it take up the entire page. Doesn't look as nice that way. I prefer to have it centered, so we're going to go back and do centered. View one page. It's centered on the page. Let's look at this one. We're going to view side by side with the original document. This is what we started off with. This is what we started off with. This is what we now have with the different types of formatting.